Here we are again. This video was actually recorded in August of 2022 and you can tell because I was hot and you can actually see that I'm a bit annoyed and a bit fed up with the heat. There was a fan running, you can hear it in the background, but it didn't really save me. I think it was around 40 degrees Celsius outside that day. So I'm definitely not at my best, but it's still a cool speed test with stuff that I got from my local record store. When I say my record store, I just mean my local. I don't actually own a record store. I wish I did. So this is another speed test video and I'll see you at the end. After that amplifier that is so bad it actually made me a bit angry, let's do another box and surprise, surprise, this box too contains 2 record players. One, it's a Sony. With a dust cover that works, yay! Well, someone very thoughtfully tied this together. I always find these a bit of a waste, honestly, because you always have to destroy them, but hey, at least it's not a mess of cables. 3, 2, 1. I think this is going to come to life in a minute. They tend to be a bit weird like that. Know your classics, right? I don't know what that is, but it's a Sony thing. And now they still start slow, but in a minute or so it's going to start just fine every time. Let me pause the music. Here we are, and... reject. There you go. See how it's already starting faster? It's such a weird defect though. And there you go, now it starts right away. I have no idea what that is with Sony. Usually it's not as slow as this one. But yeah, it's just what they do. I don't know why, I never quite got it, but it works flawlessly otherwise. Yep, let's try the auto return. 45, a bit quicker. Because the platter drives the arm as well. Yeah, well, that's fine then. It's another Sony. A slightly more upmarket one, not too much. These actually have the same issue where they sometimes don't start. This plug has been bent into a certain direction for a very long time. This is typical Sony. They try to make it as cheap as possible and they even make the interconnect or the audio wire way too short. So you always have to sort of put them close to, there you go, mad upside down for some reason, close to the amplifier or whatever you can get up to. Let's see if this one starts right away. Well, that's very right away. It's probably doing its auto return right now. Or someone pressed start because this does actually have a full automatic system. There you go. Very nice. Take it away, Bob Marley. Yeah, that looks about right. And auto return. There are many reasons to hate rack systems like these. They're never very high quality. They always have broken cassette decks. But when all is said and done, they are kind of charming. Especially with the record player on top, which we have actually, but we already tested that separately. So we're not going to test that now. Although, you know, just for the heck of it, let me, I think this is the later model. No, definitely not. That's got rounded corners, then it is the other one. Does that look okay? Yeah, look at that. Deny the awesomeness. The problem is probably the cassette deck is broken and that sort of renders the whole thing useless. Little Sony rig that really wants to fall backwards because CD player is not quite deep enough. Now I don't know if the CD player actually goes with this. It probably does not, but it does match it very nicely, sort of. I do like the CD player. It's a nice little design. Okay, we have power on everything. Let's see if we can get 2 channels out of this, because so far I think I'm only hearing one. Did I do something wrong maybe? Oh. Did I just... Where did that noise go? Okay. The speaker connectors are a bit picky about how you plug the wire in. It's weird because I only have to lightly touch it, all of a sudden it works. Look.
Een fijne ontdekking wordt ook met tap.
What the heck is going on here?
Het Huelgas Ensemble trakteert ons nu op een chanson voor 8 stemmen van Nicolas Gombe.
I think we actually have 2 channels. Yep, we do. No surprises there. Why is this stuff so shitty? It's completely loose. Sometimes you can still get it to read, but not this one. Let's try the cassette then. Let's see if anything works. Nope. 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 Nothing!
Ik zag je foto in de krant. Ik wist niet wat ik hoorde.
That's shit music. Conclusion, it does not sound very good. Yeah, that's all broken then. So sad. More trash up! Ah! Huh.
I just saw a CD player.
It's an actual super tech! Wow, it's surprisingly heavy. I think these were sold under many brands, and this is just one of them. It's one of those, you know, $109 CD players. They're actually really not that bad. That's the funny thing. No display light. Smooth draw. It's not sounding happy. Yeah, that's a CD player. So it has a remote sensor right there, but no remote. I'm going to give the laser a clean. Now I know people will tell me, if it doesn't work you can always set the speed of, set the power of the laser a little higher, and then usually it reads just fine. Yeah, for like 2 weeks, and then it dies again. So I wouldn't want anyone to get this and then think they buy a good CD player and then it's gone after 2 weeks and they may or may not have paid for it. It smells weirdly of an old computer. It smells like an old 486 era computer. Nope, it's not happy. This was in a box and it was sticking out, so I sort of knew what was coming. It's Technic speakers. Cover does not come off. Someone made a hole in it to hang them from a wall, which is a bit painful, but oh well. They are the Technics SB90 two-way speaker system. Woo! And apparently these are not captive. And in the other box, and it's exactly the same type of box, which leads me to think that this was once used as one rig, is, amongst others, this Sony CD player, the CDP 415, one I haven't seen before, but then it doesn't look too exciting anyway. That's one. And then there is this Sony heap of junk, but usually functional receiver. These sound really bad. The STR GX290, and then at the bottom looks like an Akai. Did I get that right? Yes, an Akai. That's a bit of a surprise, didn't expect that one. HXA3X cassette deck. Now, those are reliable as heck. Ooh! Comes with a remote and some cables, so that's easy. Ooh, my cart's almost full. We may time this nicely. I hope it's gonna make it. It just gives you a little indication. It doesn't tell you how much actually still fits on it, so it may just cut out in a bit. Let's see. Sony rig, Technic speakers, Akai cassette deck. I like it. It has been used thoroughly. CD, let's start with tuner, shall we? We have one channel. We have one channel. So yeah, the amplifier appears to be working. One speaker, not at all, which is strange. But we'll see about that later. Let's see what the rest is doing. CD, gimme. That's a good start. It's reading. Yep. Nothing coming from that speaker still. I do get a feeling that the surrounds of these woofers are not in the best shape, but you can't actually see. Oh no, they're okay. They're just sounding very stiff. Really not great speakers, but you know, works. Unsurprisingly, the cassette deck works. Now I don't know where my royalty-free music tape is. I think it's this one. DBX is on. There you go. It sounds pretty horrible, but then how dirty are the heads, right? Runs smoothly though. I feel like it should sound a little better, but it does actually work completely as far as I can tell. Now I don't know where my testing... Ah, here's my testing cassette. Okay, my official Cassette, my testing tape. Already used for all sorts of stuff. Let's see if we can record from the royalty-free music. So record pause. CD. Okay, we got 2 channels, very nice. Counter reset. Speaker's really bad, like really bad. Very hollow. Baseboard, tweeter. Oh, song's over. Okay. Yeah, it works fine. These are actually really good decks, and they have DBX, which is funny. I don't think they can actually record with DBX. Well, I'm not sure. So that's DBX on a non-DBX recording, which sounds horrible. And now we should get DBX in the recording. No noise. Oh, there you go. If you turn it off, it sounds really bright. But if you turn it on, no noise anymore, because you know it's a very good noise reduction system. Honestly, running smoothly. That's a nice cassette deck to have. It's 2 heads, but it's high quality 2 heads. So what is going on with that speaker not working, I wonder? I'm going to switch the wire from... I'm first going to play some royalty-free stuff. There we are. I'm going to flip this wire to the other one and see if it works, because if so, we have a break in the wire somewhere, which is very rare with speaker wire actually. Maybe there is a circuit breaker somewhere, you know, a fuse. I don't know if these speakers have that. That was something Technics did do back in the day. But then usually it would be on the outside, you could get to it. So let's see, this really doesn't want to come out. So the music is playing, the cables were almost touching, whoops. Can we get sound from this one with the cable from the other speaker? Hey! Okay, let's swap out this cable. Thank goodness the cables were very long, so I actually split the one that worked up into 2. And now it plays perfectly. I would like to tell you it's out of phase. It's not. It just sounds very hollow. They are really not great speakers, but well. We need some batteries here. Yep, it works. Now it has a button for line out level, and it blinks, but doesn't actually change the level, surprisingly. Why is that not working? Am I missing something here? I don't know how that's supposed to work, but it's not. It's just for the CD player, unfortunately. As far as I can tell, yeah. So, not sure about that line out level thing, because it is actually, as I said, it's blinking. I'm not sure if you can see. There's a little light on it, but it's not actually changing the volume. Now, I'm not sure if that is because the motor behind it is broken or because it isn't supposed to, but it's not working. But that's really all that's wrong with it. It works perfectly fine. So this whole rig then your Sony CD player, Sony amplifier and Akai cassette deck is in perfectly working order. And the thing is, this Akai cassette deck really doesn't suit it, it doesn't fit the width or anything. But we have that Sony record player that goes with it very nicely. It doesn't have a dust cover that still closes and opens, but at least it is fully functional. So I would make a nice little rig from that. Let's do one more recording. Okay, let's rewind to 0. That's a bit far. There you go. And tape. That's a really likable cassette deck. That's my favorite of this pile. Yeah, that's that. That was the pile the record store got in and I tested it for them. I'm gonna tell them what we should probably scrap and what they should probably sell, and maybe do some work on this because, you know, it's nice to save it. Yay, good day. I'm sorry if this video was a bit underwhelming. It's incredibly hot and I'm not quite on the top of my game, but I hope you guys enjoyed it nevertheless. Bye bye. There you go, the video ends, this video ends, and we'll be back next week with another speed test. See you on Friday.